Sorry. Player 1. Player 1, sorry. Cameras are backwards. Logic Tech. That looks a little better. Thank you. Okay, so fan sharing 1.13. So this is a winners round 2 matchup.
Round 2 already?
Well, I mean it's only an 18-man bracket. So there's only like, because of the buys, there's only like 2 true first round matchups.
Not gonna lie, I actually am a little bit interested in this just because the last time that we saw DanM, everyone probably knows primarily main Snake, dabbles with Ganon, but the last time that I saw him at least, he was experimenting with the Falcon buff. So, not actually sure who his main is anymore.
Yeah, he did say that he was gonna give it a shot, I think, but he's not like getting his hopes up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't be sold on that character, especially since in this game, Falcon's also relatively hard.
Yeah, even like looking at how Fatality plays Falcon, he has to be so far, like he has to be such a step ahead of his opponent. Seems really, really hard.
Well, he'll give it a shot. Of course, Altair going with the Joker. One of his 2 characters, Joker, Youngling. But this is probably his more used character.
This character fights Falcon pretty good. It's hard for Falcon to actually combo Joker because of the Rebel's Guard. But Falcon does have a command grab in the air, so could be a potential answer to that.
Yeah, I think a lot of this matchup is also going to depend on how on point Altair's edge guards are, because you can get the damage on Falcon, like lots of characters can do that, but it comes down to, can you exploit his super exploitable recovery? Right, opportunity, and going high, DanM is just going to try and settle with the damage, but Altair actually missing the punish.
And that's one of the things about Falcon is, if you're going to beat him, you're going to have to really know how to counterplay his up B drift, because it's deceptively slippery.
Lots of control on it. Oh, doesn't have a jump. Go out. Get him.
Yeah, that all he had was his air dodge. I know one of the things that Fatality said that he would like for Nintendo to do is to make Falcon feel like he's one of the fastest characters in the game, at least on the ground. Because right now he still doesn't feel like he's in that speed class. Still feels very clunky.
Yeah, I know that lots of people have expressed like kind of their grief with how, even though Falcon runs so fast, he feels like his initial dash is not that fast relative to the cast, so when he runs back and forth.
Oh, good. Edge guard. Deep.
Yep, Dan knowing what he has to do to get back in the game. Ooh, combos.
That's such a good regrab setup. And when you have Arsene, that can kill. Because up throw up air will still combo, and then on the low ceiling, if you cross their DI up, you can net an early stock. Okay, nice.
We're just seeing a lot of it is just Altair trying to weave in and out of Dan's potential burst range, because even if he does hit him, he's probably not hitting him with a move that's going to combo very well. But Dan bringing the momentum back up, doing a good job of sharking underneath Altair. This is always the tough part, is how do you deal with this menace that is Arsene?
Right.
Luckily though, Altair actually likes to play fairly like in the backspace, and Dan is also an incredibly patient player, so it's actually working to his advantage that he can time out the Arsene, because neither are willing to go in.
This is Dan's time to strike though. No Arsene. Oh, but he overcommits.
Bets it all on that dash grab, but Altair not showing fear.
Yeah, and that dash grab not as powerful for Falcon as it used to be in Smash 4. Much more committal of a move now. It has the same amount of lag as like a lot of Smashes.
Ooh, unfortunate.
That's another thing the Fatality said. A lot of Falcon's moves still hit inconsistently. His multi-hits and his Raptor boost in particular. So we saw a good example of that there. Good out of shield. That's one of Falcon's new tools though. That up B reaches hella far and it kills.
Again.
Yeah. So powerful. It's almost like a Ganon side B or like a Koopa Claw. Except way faster. And the other thing is that Falcon can do it out of shield. So if you're both in shield, Falcon can still get you first. DanM was waiting there. I think he knew Arsene was coming out. But Altair can end it right here. Back air! And that is, yeah.
Easy.
That was easy. Yeah, easy stuff.
Yep, all you had to do was wait out Falcon. And then once he saw that Falcon had to be, there's almost no way he's going to be able to dodge around that hitbox.
You're right.
Still though, even though Altair managed to snag that game, you could definitely see that when DanM had the momentum going, it was definitely putting Altair in a hard disadvantage with just the waiting and how Falcon was able to kind of run under the guns too and dodge them. You're definitely seeing that as long as Dan can get Altair in disadvantage, he'll actually get a lot of mileage.
I think when someone asks Fatality's what his least favorite matchups are, I think he listed Pikachu, Inkling. Not sure if he listed Joker.
I know I believe he's played Leo exactly once. I don't really know what he felt out of that exchange.
Well, you.
Okay, so he's taking the Smash Bill. Definitely a lot easier to track Joker down and for Falcon to navigate. The only thing he's got to watch out for is Joker will get those very dangerous up throw regrab combos.
Second B and Rev,
uh-oh.
please play. Winners round 2. Second B and Rev.
DanM's really doing a good job of whenever he's registering that Altair likes to dash back a lot. He's definitely intruding on personal space with Falcon's just really fast run speed, dash attack, really good burst options. And now that
Dan was chilling right there though.
Yep, he's having none of this Arsene, but chance. Oh, tries to come into a spike, but
so it's so hard to truly camp out Arsene though as Falcon, because sometimes Arsene just forces his way in.
Yep, the hitbox machine. Oh, tried to dare him there.
Good recognition there by Altair, seeing the cross up. So instead of trying to grab, he just jumped.
Uh-oh.
That's nasty. Wrong way.
It's all right.
So unforced error gets DanM the advantage. See what he can do with it.
And then he's also finding the time to get to chip in this Aha. I'm not sure if that fair was supposed to be possibly like maybe like an up air drag down instead, but rolling with it.
Altair really trying to force this kill now.
Yeah, he doesn't want to fall too much behind, and he knows that if he gets tapped by Falcon, he's not gonna have that fun of a time.
DanM really waiting for that burst option. Really gave that a lot of consideration. Yeah, there is a price to pay for going off stage, even with Arsene, and arguably even more vulnerable on the recovery, because his up B is much slower, much more linear than his grappling hook.
I think for sure that Arsene's recovery is a lot worse than base Joker, because you can only go 2 angles, set timing, just kind of like its own version of a pit up B, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird that his recovery actually gets worse in that mode, because everything else improves pretty much.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah, that's that fatality stuff.
Yep, so much damage.
Wheel of Fortune.
Speaking of damage, Hello, Arsene.
Good wait there by Dan. A lot of players' first instinct would be to get up right away, but Dan was a little more patient. Good down smash option there, just in case Falcon decided to go behind him because of collision detection. Unable to close the stock out though, so DanM's still living on a second. And Arsene is gone now, so DanM has about 30 seconds or a few hits to end it. Oh, barely grabbed. That was a good edge guard, but he can't finish.
Kept his jump.
It's also at that point too where Altair doesn't want to get scooped by the up B because it could kill him. I don't know like when the threshold is for the untechable. Oh my! What? Run up, gentleman. Both players kind of reeling back in their seat. I'm not sure if DanM intended for that to happen.
I'm not sure, and I want to say that Altair possibly dropped his shield because, you know, in Smash 4, if Falcon jabbed your shield twice, he was probably going for some kind of mix-up.
Either that or he thought it was like a dash attack or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Just really awkward moment.
Okay, so the Falcon coming through on that second game. From what I can see though, Altair's main pressure off stage against Falcon has been the bullets. It doesn't really seem to be working that much though, because it's not really preventing Falcon from recovering. And then once the bullets are done, Joker has to back off, because otherwise he might get grabbed. So he might need to try to go back to back airing him, because I feel like against Falcon, even like in Smash 4, you just gotta close those stocks out. Like harassing him is all good, but if it's not leading into a kill, like I don't know if you could do like guns and then like go into the back air. I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe if you can do that.
What I've normally seen Jokers do, and I've seen Altair try to do a lot, is like he'll try to gun, and then when they get pushed out, he tries to fair them. But I don't really know if you probably could back air as well.
Yeah.
I just feel that, yeah, with the way that Altair is currently pressuring off stage, especially with how inconsistent his fairs have been landing, that he might have to just try and use a more solid hitbox to hit him. All right, running it back.
Okay. Interesting that Altair ran it back to DanM's counter pick. Good bait on the air dodge.
Yeah, that's also something I've been wondering is Altair's been getting a lot of these like air dodge reads, but he hasn't really been finding the proper punish to really capitalize on the timing. So we'll have to see if it comes into fruition this game or not. Okay, has him off. How's he gonna try and get him? Tries to gun him again, but misses and actually ends up getting punished. But here is where he has to try and make it. Oh. Huh.
Oy. A little bit of spaghetti there. Force
Punish?
smash?
Oh.
Could he force smash him?
I'm pretty sure he could have. If not, he possibly could have up smashed him too.
Still closes it out, I guess. Now DanM has some catching up to do. Oh, I love the guns. Basically forcing Falcon to run at him. Can't wait over there.
Yeah, but we're already seeing, even with just the projectiles, got lots and lots of chip damage.
Yeah, and because of the tick on the side D, it continues to build even after the fact. It's a grab. Lots of scrambling. Both characters very fast, so it's going to be a lot of opportunities where both characters can't really punish one another.
What we're definitely seeing, though, is that I feel that what's giving Dan such a hard time compared to earlier is that he seems like he's just not quite as confident as he was maybe 1 or 2 games ago, like when we saw him go off and try to close off the stocks. He's trying to be a little bit more reserved about it.
Oh, no.
Air dodge.
Oh, no.
That is not what you want to see here.
DanM taking a deep breath because he is in trouble.
Yep, he's in for the long ride.
Arsene.
Oh.
Oi!
Probably, if I had to guess, a side B instead of an up B.
I would say so. Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's big trouble.
Yeah,
oh.
he didn't have a jump, but did not anticipate the high. Oh, misses. Trying again.
Yeah, DanM can only go so deep. So I guess that's working out for Altair. One more ought to do it. And he SDs again. That same backwards grappling hook. DanM has a lot of catching up to do still, though. And it's getting to the point where he can't really trade. Even without Arsene. Hey, BBW and Gibberish, please play.
Ooh, using the armor of the Raptor with approach. First time he's really showing that one.
ASOM
But
and Arsenal, please play.
what's going to be really important is he has to dodge so much of what Arsene can do right now.
And Game for Thought, please play.
The only thing is, Dan, despite being down, is not out. He's really still believes he could do it, but almost dead. I think the most important thing that's really allowing this game to drag out is that Altair doesn't quite seem confident with trying to close it out, though.
Yeah, his edge guarding has been very, very non-committal. And yeah, DanM will take every missed edge guard opportunity that he can take. Oh, you're dead. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. He will get Arsene quickly.
Oh my god,
Oh, you gotta kill him now. Oh, wow.
I breathe. Oh, that feels bad.
Too much percent.
Yeah, it feels bad to know that even though you ended up winning the set, you won it because eventually your point was going to reach a percent where you could get anything.
Even the slightest hit would kill. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel it just the hard part.
Chef Rosius.
The hard part about that was that Altair tried to play it, I guess, a little bit too passively, where
when he didn't have to, honestly.
If he has that big of a lead, you can afford to be kind of like more aggressive, because if you hit them off, even just once off stage, Falcon will die.
Yeah, you gotta use the extra stocks to your advantage and just even like try to go for trades.